Looking at this kid, everyone thought he was as innocent as a fawn. But who knew he was actually a schemer, holding many secrets. One day, when the bully just arrived, everyone immediately ran away. Only this innocent kid dared to stay. What caught his eye was the scene of a friend giving the bully a bag of white chips. The innocent kid knew that those chips were smuggled goods. Eating them would make you addicted. Because before he passed away, his brother was also tricked by those rich kids into consuming these addictive chips. Then the kid also knew that the bully himself was the mastermind behind everything. It was him and his accomplices who created an underground hierarchy in this magnificent grand school. The bully dared to openly buy and sell chips in school, also because he was the rule of this school. Standing in front of the bully, the innocent kid declared, he himself will dismantle those rules. He would definitely avenge his brother, who had to die early. A private school, where all the rich kids of the Republic of Korea gather. A school with a history thicker than the faces of gossiping neighbors. This school is known for having trained countless generations of top-notch students. However, deep within this school, an unwritten rule has always existed, along with countless dark secrets. This young man had just transferred to the school not long ago, when he discovered a horrifying secret. After witnessing things he shouldn't have seen with his own eyes, he panicked and fled from the school. On his way to escape, he didn't forget his duty to report to the police. However, on his escape route, the unfortunate student was hit by a car that appeared out of nowhere. The strong impact severely injured the student, and his student ID card also fell out. Time flew by. In the blink of an eye, a new student had transferred to this school. This new kid would replace the unfortunate male student. The day this kid transferred to school was also the day Jooshin High School joyfully welcomed the new school year. Thanks to a full scholarship sponsored by the Jooshin Group, Kang Ha was able to set foot in this school. Also for that reason, he was openly despised by his friends around him, because in their eyes, this school was only for those born with a silver spoon. A low-ranking person, with no powerful backing like Kang Ha, was basically not on the same level as them. Kang Ha, naive and innocent, didn't understand the darkness of the wealthy world, and still happily asked everyone for help. Just then, a handsome male student, full of talent, especially wealth, suddenly appeared out of nowhere. He was Rian, the heir to the Jooshin Group, and also the grandson of the person who founded this school. As soon as Rian appeared, Kang Ha's microphone suddenly stopped working, and it wasn't until Rian sat down that Kang Ha could continue his speech. After finishing his long, drawn-out speech, Kang Ha was allowed to return to his seat, ending the very cumbersome opening ceremony. The principal announced that everyone could leave one by one. Because he didn't understand the meaning of each sentence, Kang Ha, as clueless as a young calf, was about to stand up and leave first. But he suddenly noticed that the other students were still sitting motionless in their seats. Only he dared to stand up, and it wasn't until Rian proudly left that everyone else dared to stand up and leave their spots. Kang Ha intended to strike up a conversation with a male student, to ask why everyone was hesitating so much. But the student gave him a scornful look and didn't bother to talk. Seeing Kang Ha still looking lost, a female student suddenly walked over and teased him. Upon meeting, she introduced herself as Heiress and asked for Kang Ha's phone number. This was the first time someone had initiated a conversation with him since transferring to the new school, so Kang Ha happily welcomed it. While dialing his phone number for Heiress, Kang Ha asked for the location of the English class. Following the mischievous Heiress' directions, Kang Ha went to a special classroom. However, as soon as the teacher saw Kang Ha's appearance, she sent him to another class, because this was a special English class, exclusively for students of noble class. After being guided by the teacher, Kang Ha fumbled his way to the class for regular students. There, his classmates continuously ostracized him. Everyone said Kang Ha was too low class, basically not on the same level to socialize with them. Not only that, his classmates didn't even let Kang Ha sit in the front rows. Left with no choice, Kang Ha could only quietly sneak to the back of the classroom. However, even the desk Kang Ha had to sit at was the most dilapidated one. At this moment, in a magnificent and grand room within the school, the group of rich friends were having their private lunch. They were the highest-ranking students at Jooshin High School. This noble group of students included Rian, Heiress, Eunjin, and Jae-in. Since Jae-in was still busy traveling abroad and hadn't returned, she was not present here. Just then, Eunjin received an emergency call and had to leave first. Seizing that once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Heiress took the chance to charm her rich friend, Rian. Although in her heart she knew clearly that Rian and Jae-in were deeply and passionately in love. Initially, Heiress wanted to go to the airport with Rian to pick up Jae-in, but he disagreed. After trying to persuade him repeatedly without success, Heiress had no choice but to go there alone. At this moment, a beautiful, noble lady suddenly appeared amidst the bustling airport, full of people. Heir had personally come all the way to welcome Jae-in's return. Sitting in the car, Heir kept asking 1,000 "why?" questions. She didn't understand why Jae-in had been abroad for 3 months without contacting anyone. Feeling tired, Jae-in was also lazy to answer the meaningless questions. She just asked Heir to invite their friends to the racetrack on a beautiful weekend, because she had something important to announce. Although feeling extremely confused, Heir still agreed to her best friend's request. After that, Heir immediately texted into the group chat of the rich kids. She had arranged for Eunjin and Rian to go to the racetrack with Jae-in on the weekend. After receiving the notification, the two musketeers also felt extremely confused. Jae-in had just returned from abroad not long ago, and her family had already thrown a party to welcome her. The party was also attended by the families of many artists. Kang Ha was honored to be chosen as the pianist at that party. From beginning to end, his eyes were always intently following Jae-in's every move. Because she wasn't interested in this party, Jae-in chose to eat quickly and then leave. Noticing her daughter's unusual behavior, Chairman Yoon immediately followed her to ask about it. He wanted to know if his daughter was dissatisfied with this party in any way to show such an attitude. Faced with her father's incessant questioning, Jae-in pretended to be tired to go upstairs and rest first. However, Chairman Yoon ignored his daughter's explanation. He directly ordered her to go to the living room on the second floor to have tea with everyone. But first, Jae-in had to change the outfit she was wearing, because Chairman Yoon didn't want to see his daughter dressed like her mother. Hearing her father say that, Jae-in wondered which mother he was referring to. At this point, Chairman Yoon's blood suddenly boiled. It turned out that Jae-in's current mother was just a wicked stepmother who didn't care for her stepchildren. Seeing that her father didn't want to mention her birth mother, Jae-in quickly bowed her head and apologized to him. She also promised to follow all the demands of this conservative father. Not stopping there, Chairman Yoon also forced Jae-in to change her makeup. He didn't want to see his daughter stubbornly imitating her mother's style. Even if it was fake, Jae-in had to act in a way that was worthy of the label. Eldest daughter of the Jae-in group, she couldn't let people look down on her. After saying that, he immediately turned and left without any hesitation or thought. Watching her father's back disappear into the distance, Jae-in began to reveal her frustrated attitude. She didn't think much, directly tore off her outer shirt, then angrily ran out to the gate to cool off. It was purely coincidental and surprising that Kang Ha was also present there. Seeing such a charming Jae-in, Kang Ha immediately blushed with embarrassment. After striking up a conversation with Kang Ha, Jae-in offered to borrow his shirt. With his naturally chivalrous nature, Kang Ha readily agreed, even though the weather was bone-chilling cold. After getting the shirt, Jae-in turned and left. Only then did Kang Ha feel the biting cold of the weather. A minute and 30 seconds later, Jae-in was at the agreed location with a group of rich friends. Seeing Jae-in's uniquely stylish outfit, Eunjin and Heir were momentarily stunned and bewildered. From a distance, Rian, with eyes full of deep longing, slowly walked towards Jae-in. The atmosphere immediately became tense, making Heir and Eunjin afraid to speak. As soon as they met, Jae-in wanted to race cars with Rian. The loser had to grant the winner a wish. Rian wanted to know Jae-in's wish, but she calmly replied that he would find out after the race. Soon after, both entered the fierce racetrack. Standing outside as spectators, Heir and Eunjin eagerly awaited the results. They only saw 2 racing cars, worth several houses, speeding like buffaloes on the road. From beginning to end, Rian was always in the lead. He tried every way not to let Jae-in get ahead of him. However, when he saw Jae-in risking her life to win, Rian pretended to lose control and swerved off the track. Seizing that rare opportunity, Jae-in surged ahead and successfully won. As soon as he arrived, Rian hurriedly ran to check on Jae-in, but she didn't care and immediately stated her wish. Jae-in's words, "Let's break up," made Rian freeze for 5 seconds. Their 2 friends understood and left, allowing Rian and Jae-in to talk. Rian wanted to know the reason for the breakup, but Jae-in asked him back what his reason for liking her was. Rian had no reason, so there was no need for a reason to break up either. He just knew that Rian had lost to Jae-in and had to fulfill her wish. From now on, they would only be friends. Jae-in turned and left, feeling a little sad in her heart. Rian stayed behind, remembering the beautiful memories from when they were in love, wondering what he had done wrong. The next day, Rian came to class. His classmates noticed his injured hand. They whispered, wondering what had happened to the school's bully. Eunjin and Rian walked into class without caring, and saw Jae-in again. He put on a cold expression. Jae-in In saw Ri-an was injured and was a little worried, but she didn't run over to ask about him. Seeing this, Kang Ha thought Jae-in was looking at him, so he waved hello. The teacher announced to the students that the school would be holding applications for gifted classes today. Kang Ha didn't understand and asked his classmates, but no one would answer him. Afterward, the teacher led the class president to a private room, asking him to pay attention to the new transfer student and not let what happened last time happen again. The class president was scared and only agreed to the teacher's vague and confusing request. What dark secrets does this school really hold? On another side, Ri-an went to the rugby field, but he wasn't in the mood to play. Everyone sitting on the bench wondered why Jae-in broke up with him. Their relationship was supposedly very good, and he hadn't done anything wrong. Girls are so hard to understand. Sometimes there's no need to know the reason. In that case, Ri-an just needed to apologize to Jae-in, and she might be willing to forgive him. Ra, being a girl, understood very well, and she would help Ri-an arrange a meeting with Jae-in. Suddenly, Kang Ha walked over and was about to climb onto the seats above. At that moment, a group of friends immediately appeared and pulled him away. Kang Ha was taken into a private room by the group of friends, who reminded him to know his place. In this school, Kang Ha wasn't allowed to go first or sit above others, and especially he wasn't allowed to provoke the rich kids. They were students who had special privileges at Jooshin School because their families had contributed to the school. Rich students and scholarship students were distinguished by their tie colors. Red represented rich students, and blue represented scholarship students. Because they were in the same low class, the group of friends advised Kang Ha to help him avoid trouble. Kang Ha, still fearless, displayed an extremely confident expression. Seeing this, a classmate then told him something else. The number of scholarship students for this term was already full, so Kang Ha shouldn't have been on the list. But another student, as stubborn as Kang Ha had been, laid to rest by Ri-an, which is why Kang Ha got to replace him. Kang Ha thought his classmate was just kidding, so he decided to ignore the warnings. Not only that, he even bravely ran onto the field and shook hands with Ri-an. In that moment, everyone looked at Kang Ha with confused eyes. Ra found it very amusing, and Ri-an left, annoyed. The lagging friends ran over, wondering if Kang Ha was deliberately pretending to be stupid or actually was. Ra said it was fine, and even invited Kang Ha to the welcome party that evening. Ra would send someone to pick him up for the party. Kang Ha, not understanding anything, agreed, so Ra happily left. In the evening, Ra prepared a party, intending to give Ri-an a chance to apologize to Jae-in. Ra texted Jae in an invitation, and at the same time sent a car to pick up Kang Ha. Who knows what trick she was up to again. When Kang Ha was brought to Ra's mansion, he had to leave his phone with the security guard. He would get his phone back when the music stopped and the party ended. Kang Ha casually walked in and discovered that it was a luxurious party with all kinds of fun. However, these were not things Kang Ha could fully grasp. Ra saw Kang Ha and said, "Our main character has arrived." The friends welcomed Kang Ha with their familiar drinking game. Among the 6 cups, one would contain a very strong vitamin. In reality, Ra had put chips in 5 cups, and only 1 cup contained regular alcohol. Ra volunteered to choose first because she knew where the regular cup was. Kang Ha didn't know how to drink alcohol, so he asked to forfeit, but his friends forced him to participate. He couldn't waste Ra's efforts in preparing, so Kang Ha had no choice but to randomly pick a cup and chug it down. After drinking, he immediately became dizzy and unstable on his feet. The friends enjoyed the spectacle, laughing when they saw Kang Ha having to go to the bathroom to wash his face. Realizing he had become an amusement, Kang Ha was extremely angry. After that, he returned to the party with his friends to play Truth or Dare. The friend who was picked got asked when they last did it. Hearing the answer, probably this morning, the whole group gasped in surprise. However, Kang Ha wasn't paying attention